Okay, welcome back. So for this course, I would recommend creating a new folder, either on your desktop or somewhere you can access it. So I'm going to create mine on the desktop, and I'm just going to call this JavaScript. And within that folder, we can save all the examples that we create on this course, and then you've got them to hand if you need them for reference. So within the JavaScript folder, I'm going to create one new folder, and this is going to be called Understanding JavaScript. And that's the name of the section on the course. So the first thing I'm going to look at is where to include JavaScript. So I'm going to create a new folder called Where to Include JavaScript. And save that. And then if you go to your text editor, I'm going to use brackets. And then if you drag in the folder that you just created. Okay, so within there we're going to create a new page. So Command or Control N. Save this as the index.html. So to start with, I'm going to put in the basic HTML structure, and I'm going to use a plugin called Emmet. And Emmet is available for most of the popular text editors. So if you're using brackets like me, go into the extensions and then search for Emmet, E-M-M-E-T. And I've already got Emmet installed, but if you don't, just click on the install button. And Emmet is a great plugin which allows you to use shortcuts such as HTML:5 and then press tab. And that creates a new structure for you. But if you're not using Emmet, it's not a problem. Just pause the video and type this out, and we can duplicate it for future videos. So in the title, I'm just going to call it Where to Include JavaScript. And then just make a little space after the title, and I'm just going to include the Bootstrap style sheet, which will allow us to make our web pages look nicer. So just search for Bootstrap and then go to getbootstrap.com and then go to Get Started, and I'm just going to include the Bootstrap CDN, which is the hosted link for the style sheet. So I'm just going to copy the top section, which is the style sheet. So copy there. And then paste that into the head section just below the title. Okay, so now that's all set up, we can take a look at some different ways we can include JavaScript into our projects. So JavaScript can be placed in either the head or the body section. So I'm going to get started, and we need to start by including some script tags. So type out the opening and closing script tags, and all the JavaScript that we type needs to go between these two. And to check everything's working okay, I'm going to get started with a simple alert. So an alert is a pop-up box which appears in the browser and alerts a message to the user. So between quotes, you can either use single or double quotes, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to alert JavaScript is working and add a semicolon onto the end of that statement. So if you save that and then go over to the browser, you can see a alert box pops up saying JavaScript is working. So if this is your first time writing JavaScript, congratulations, you've just got your first working script there. So just click on the OK button to get rid of that for now. And if you head back over to the index page, so we mentioned before that JavaScript works in both the head and the body section. So if you just cut this section out of the head and then paste it in the body section, and straight away we've got a change, so we've been taken over to the browser, and again exactly the same thing has happened. We've got the alert box popping up saying JavaScript is working, so that's all fine. So sometimes when we've got a lot of JavaScript on the page, we want to keep it separate from the HTML just to make it more readable and easier to maintain. So we can do that by adding the JavaScript into an external file. So if you create a new page in the project and save that, I'm going to call my file alert, and it needs to have the extension of JS for JavaScript. And then go back over to the index page, and we can link this external JavaScript in the head section. So again, if we open up the script tags, then we need to tell the browser where to find the JavaScript file by using the source attribute. And because our file is in the same level as the index page, we can just type in the file name. So that is alert.js. So now we can get rid of the script tags because we're going to put these in the separate file. So go over to the alert.js, and when we're working in an external JavaScript file, we don't need to include the script tags. We can just start typing the JavaScript. So create a new alert. So between the curly brackets and the quotations, we can put in our message again. So JavaScript is working, and the semicolon at the end. So save that, and save the index page, and go over to the browser and then refresh. There we go, great. So the alert is working also in the external file. So external JavaScript files are useful for storing JavaScript you may want to use on different web pages, so you don't need to type the same script over and over again. You can just link in the file that you want to use on every web page. And as mentioned before, it also separates the HTML from the JavaScript and makes your code more readable and maintainable. The external JavaScript link that we place in the head section can also be placed in the body section at the very bottom of your page, just above the closing body tag. And this way the HTML is not blocked by loading scripts, so we can improve page load times. So just save that and refresh the browser again, and you can see everything is still working. Okay, so there's 3 different ways we can include JavaScript into our project. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.